Hi, welcome to Living Clean Podcast, the show to help you feel good again. I'm your host, Bonnie Wilderson-Hayes. I'm a speaker, certified holistic nutritionist, and founder of Living Clean's healthy lifestyle transformation and nutrition programs. Each week, we will destroy myths and share the truth about the food you are buying and consuming, and provide insight into the best food programs to avoid slowing you down. My purpose is to help you enjoy food again and finally achieve the results that you want. I believe that everyone deserves to enjoy mouth-watering, good-for-you food that doesn't send you running for relief. Now, let's get started. Hey guys, it's Bonnie. This week we are talking about multivitamins. Woohoo! Fun stuff, right? We are actually going to go through a couple of different things. We're going to go through what substances you want to look for on ingredient labels or labels for your multivitamin so that you know whether you're getting the right one, if you're getting a high quality one, if it meets all of your specific needs. And another thing we're going to look at is how to pick out the right one for you. How do you know if your multivitamin's working? So let's start with that because that's a much more fun topic than the scientific stuff I got after that. So basically, trying to figure out whether a multivitamin is working for you or not is very simple. If you take a multivitamin on a regular basis and then you forget it for a day, do you feel like you're missing it? Does your energy lag? Do you feel foggy brains? Are you struggling during the day to stay awake when normally you wouldn't? What if you take it, you miss it for 2 days in a row? Does that situation get worse? For me, when I take a multivitamin, so right now I'm on the isotonics, but I kind of have to rotate. So this is working for now. There may or may not, I haven't been on it for very long. I've only been on this for 3 months, but it's working a lot better. I was on Kind vitamins before that. And what happens is I tend to max out. So I'll have a multivitamin for 6 months, a year, works really well, and then I don't feel it anymore. So I have to kind of rotate through a few things. Now, I may not be like you. You may be like me. We may be similar and we may be different. You are the one that needs to figure this part out. And by paying attention to your body and listening, which is kind of it's the overriding message and a lot of what I do and a lot of what you hear from Living Clean, because if we listen to our bodies, it will tell us everything we need to do, right? So if you're listening to your body and you're in tune and connected with your body, then what you will look at is you'll know if in 6 months you're taking your multivitamin and you're starting to feel lethargic, but nothing's changed. You're starting to feel that 3 p.m. drag and, I don't know if I'm going to make it. You're feeling that now where before you weren't, yet you're still taking your multivitamin. It's the same situation as if you forgot your vitamin and you feel that way. You know that that's a good quality vitamin for you. No need to change if what you've got is working for you. All right, so now how do we know whether it's a good quality vitamin or if it's crap? Well, the first thing you need to know about this is all supplements are only absorbed to a specific percentage by our bodies, okay? Now, the higher quality supplements, the more pure the supplements, the closer to nature the supplement is, basically meaning the least processed, the higher the chances that you will have the bulk of it absorbed by your body, okay? So basically, the closer to nature your supplement is, the higher the content will be absorbed and usable versus your typical, I think it's like 20-30% by your conventional multivitamins is all the nutrients that are absorbed by your body. And we can't survive without micronutrients. There's just no question about it. They are the signals that tell our body what to do, and they pair together with the macronutrients and create these vital functionalities that operate, keep us alive, keep us sustainable, and keep all of our systems going, right? They keep us thriving, they keep us alive, and if we don't have them, and we eliminate them from our diet completely, then basically we die. I mean, it's you know, just kind of one of those facts of life. Now, when you're looking at a multivitamin, there's a couple of things that you really need to look for, okay? You need to look and see if it has any of the artificial colors. So we're talking the blue, I think it's number 1, number 2. Yep, number 1, number 2. Green, number 3. Red, number 3. Red, number 40. Yellow, number 5. And yellow, number 6. So the FDA is concerned about approving ingredients like color and these other things to help manufacturers preserve the quality of their product, right? So that what they deliver to us doesn't make us sick, that it stays fresh. The manufacturers do not want to have a short shelf life on their products, so they want to add things to our supplements so that they can stay on shelves longer, which is why there's food dye in supplements. In reality, none of us care what it looks like. It's a capsule, you pop it in your mouth, you swallow it with water, and that's it. Whether it looks gray or not, really, I mean, I don't know that any of us care. Now, one of the other things that manufacturers try to say is that the artificial colors help in protecting the supplements, the actual capsules or pill, from light damage, temperature damage, from exposure to the elements. So essentially, you know, Texas summers are really hot. So if your supplement is sitting on a truck, a FedEx truck, coming to you, and it's 110 degrees out, there's no guarantee that your supplement is going to make it and will be actually fresh and consumable. So they add things like the food dye and are saying that the food dye helps protect against these elements. Now, with herbal medicine, essential oils specifically, they are very light sensitive, they are very temperature sensitive. So if you really want to see what happens when you expose plant-based products that have been combined and delivered to you to high heat, extremely low temps, or to direct sunlight, go get a couple drops of essential oil, get a cheap little bottle, put it in your car, put it in the sun, bring it out, open the bottle, and see what happens. I did that once with my citrus, and oh my gosh, you guys, it was gel, total gel. All right, so now it's not just the artificial colors that are in our multivitamins. I would like to think that, but nope, that's not the case. So now our multivitamins actually will have hydrogenated oils and fats. Crazy, I know, but you know, whatever helps protect the supplement, right? So anyway, you will notice when you look at your ingredients list, and this is going to be under the additional ingredients, right? This is not in the nutrition label. These are on the additional ingredients. You will actually see things like lecithin, soybean oil, sunflower oil. You'll see FD&C red number 4. You'll see corn oil. You'll see all that stuff. So look for the hydrogenated oils, because for the same reason that we do not want to eat hydrogenated oils in our food, we do not want to eat them in our supplements, right? It's basically hydrogen-infused oil. And the issue with having hydrogen-infused oil is it's just infused to protect the quality of the oil. There's no nutritional value in it whatsoever to us. And adding the hydrogen to our food is actually harmful long-term to us. It's what's in fast food. And look what's happening in our country to people who eat fast food consistently. And I mean consistently, like morning and night, or 2 to 3 meals a day, things like that. All right? So watch out for the hydrogenated oils. Now, something that's really scary to me that I definitely wanted to make sure to mention are the heavy metals. so this is coming out more and more and more, is that there's heavy metals within our food, that the FDA has approved them up to a certain volume. Well, the problem with that small, minuscule volume that the FDA has approved is that what we are looking at as human beings is our bodies will build up certain substances that we consume, and they keep it in our fat cells. It builds up, it causes toxicity, and it causes things like pain, organs start shutting down, your gut health is just wrecked, and over time it destroys your inner workings, right? Your vital functions. Now, the three specific that you really want to pay attention to are lead, mercury, and what's called polychlorinated biphenyls, okay? Now, the polychlorinated biphenyls can be shortened in articles, and they use PCB, right? But when you look on a label, it is going to be spelled out. Now, look at the first word, and I bet you can tell me why that should not be in your multivitamin. Polychlorinated. Well, mono means one in chemistry. Poly means multiple. So that means there's multiple chlorinated strands within your multivitamin. And then the lead and the mercury, I mean, that at this point in our society, that is pretty obvious. Now, one other one that kind of has me questionable is, and concerned specifically for people who really don't understand this. So all my clients get this lecture, by the way, about multivitamins and why they should pick a better one, and why it's an investment in your health, not just a $20 thing that you buy each month because your doctor says you have to. Asbestos, silicate. So asbestos, bad for your lungs. Gets in your lungs start, cells start dying, you know. The asbestos will hit a cell, that cell's gone. You just don't want that. And if it's in your multivitamin, that means you are swallowing it. So imagine what it could do to your stomach and to your gut. Now, the magnesium silicate, which is talc, if anyone recognizes that, it's probably because someone in your family used it when they were very, very sweaty, sitting their butts off in the middle of summer, probably in a southern state, let me tell you. But it's not food grade. That's the craziest part about having that in multivitamins. It is not approved for consumption by humans. That's what food grade means. Yet, magnesium silicate is included in some of the less expensive multivitamins. And again, I think it comes down to minuscule amounts are FDA approved because they have not had any long-term research studies done that have proven any impact, any detrimental impact to human health overall. We talked about the research studies in the past, so if you haven't had a chance to go back and listen to the leaky gut episode, or there's one where I talk about how to eat healthier, those two, we go through a little bit of research and how to know whether you have a good research project in front of you and report in front of you or you don't. And the biggest reason is looking at your size, your sample size. If you've got a sample size of 20 people, then how does 20 people relate to the millions of people in the U.S.? So that's not going to be a very good study. Regardless of what else it says in its text, that's not going to give you a good, solid answer, so you keep looking. Now, the final ingredient that I want you to look for is called titanium dioxide. Now, all of these are put in there for coloring, to preserve the supplements, to make sure that when it reaches you that it doesn't taste crappy, that you can actually eat it without gagging because of the flavor, that it looks pretty. I don't know why a multivitamin needs to look pretty, but it looks pretty. And it has a very long shelf life. When you're looking at organic supplements and all natural supplements, that's not to say that they can't do the same things. But you don't want to buy your supplements in bulk. You do not want to buy a multivitamin that is going to last you 6 months, or a bottle that's going to last you 6 months. The quality of the product that you receive in January is going to be crap by June, by your last month. So you've now wasted money on this large bottle. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out and spend $100 on your supplement. I am saying you need to be very particular about the supplements that you buy. If you're eating a healthy diet and you're buying a crappy supplement, then you are only doing half the work, and you're putting in way too much effort and way too much dedication to do that to yourself. And I'm not saying that because I'm on some soapbox or anything like that, but if you think about it, you're getting all these wonderful micronutrients from your food, but because of the damage that we have done to the food system and the earth that grows the food system, our food does not contain the nutrients it once did. Okay? I know it sounds like one of those MLM things that people just tell you, but they're right. Our food system does not include all of the micronutrients that we need. Now, couple that with the fact that we are not travelers anymore. Most of us are, but for the, or some of us are, but most of us stay within the same region of the world. That means we're only getting micronutrients from that region, and that may not include all of the things that we actually need. So our variety of foods is cut down. I mean, one thing that I was told when I was in school, and I always found it interesting, is that cavemen had 800,000, I think, 800,000 or 80,000 different foods to choose from. We have 300. The average American eats 300 different foods in their lifetime. And that's it. So we actually do need a multivitamin to ensure that we're getting all the micronutrients that we need. And like I said, if you are eating a healthy diet already, you're putting in that effort, it's worth it. Now, how do you know how to find a good multivitamin? Where do you look first? Because this information I gave you is great, but does that mean you have to actually go out and do your own research to find your multivitamins? Not necessarily. Let me give you a little head start. So we have a recommendations page that we are currently populating. So there'll be a couple of items there that you can look at. I personally take the isotonics, and that one is about 70 or 80 a month. I like the fact that it's a powder and I can just put it in water and drink it because I don't know if I mentioned in the past, but I kind of suck at taking pills. It takes me 20 minutes to take an ibuprofen, you guys. Like one of those tiny little ibuprofens. So probably not the best thing for me to take is a multivitamin pill because they're horse pills and they take me forever. So I take the isotonics, and I'm a big fan of Kind. Standard Process has an amazing line. If you have a doctor that you go to and that has those in stock and on their shelves, that's a wonderful vitamin to go for. If you do not have any allergies that are fruits and veggie based, then the Juice Plus line is actually really good. It's a multivitamin, but so is isotonics. You just kind of have to find the one that works for you. Now, if you go into like a Henry's Market is what it used to be in California. Out here we have Sprouts, we have Whole Foods. A lot of the products on their shelves will be good. You have to look at the ingredients. Start there. I wouldn't recommend buying it off Amazon unless you know for a fact that it's going to work and you can see the ingredient label and you can see the manufacturer and how long it has been on that seller's shelves. Because if it's been on the seller's shelves for a long time, and let's talk about the Kind vitamin, the gummies, if it's been on the seller's shelves for a long time, then by the time you get it, it's not going to be good. So now you've wasted money on something you thought was good, but not. And you're really not spending a lot, or you're not saving a lot of money going through Amazon for some of the high quality products. So if you have questions above and beyond all of this, let me know. I invite you to go on a research project before you do any drastic changes in your house with your supplements and your family supplements. Go on a research project. Go to your local organic grocer and see what they have on the shelves. Look at their labels, see if they include any of the things that I've mentioned, and have a little fun with it before you do any switching around. And above and beyond all else, listen to your body. If you're already taking something that your body is responding to, then there's no need to change anything. All right, guys, I look forward to the next time we chat. I hope you all are having a wonderful week. I will talk with you guys soon.
Thank you for listening. Did you love this episode? If so, share this with a friend or someone you think would find it helpful. Leave a review on iTunes, Anchor, Stitcher, or Google Play, and let me know your honest thoughts, questions, and takeaways. Not a fan? I'd still love to hear your feedback. Disagree with anything you've heard? I would love to hear your experience on social media. If you feel like you're still struggling with your health goals, send me a message or check out livingclean.com for details about our nutrition and well-being programs for busy lifestyles. Stop struggling and start enjoying food again. See you next time.